Hello guys, welcome back for another video.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going order.
So today's video was actually highly requested. Okay, so today's topic is super important because we are going to be talking about how to have a magnetic aura, how people can just be naturally drawn to you, how to just embody the sexiest, purest, most beautiful, most confident version of yourself, and for other people to just feel it. Not only does your beauty radiate, but your vibration is high and people can really sense beautiful energy coming off of you. I have been told for a very, very, very long time that there's something very angelic about my aura, that I have like a really beautiful soul, and that my energy is just so radiating. And I'm not, you know, talking about it in like a cocky sense, but it's something that I get quite often. And there was a time where I thought, I can't really make a video about this because I think it's just me, like it's my je ne sais quoi. Like literally I have that tatted on my neck because I thought that me just being me was what it was. But I actually have realized after speaking to friends and family, I said, you know what? Everybody's asking me to make a video about how to kind of embody the most beautiful version of yourself, how to have a magnetic aura, how other people can be drawn to you, and how to move a room. And I spoke to friends and family, and then I saw this video on TikTok that Brent Fayez did, and he was talking about how there's like 2 different types of women. And I'll actually include it for you guys so you can see what he says.
Looking at the woman that I never used to look at.
What?
How other women receive her. It's like a chick you bring around, right? Super bad. Every nigga in the world thinks she bad, but like other women don't like gravitate towards her. She don't really have nothing about her that's friendly or warming or anything in her spirit that make other women want to be around.
Always say that.
So
I'm like, a bad mother.
She might tense up when another bitch come around, and the other bitch might not physically be as pretty as her, but she just more powerful than her.
Yeah.
So because of that, I started being more attracted to like the energy. I like the chick that could, you feel me, like make the room revolve around her. That shit is like,
or bring good energy in the room when she come in the room.
She'll elevate your lifetime. Like for me, as I got older, it ain't about the physical attraction. It ain't about, it's like, how do people receive this woman? Like, how is she respected when she moves into a space? It don't matter how fine you is, don't matter, you feel me, how you did your makeup, don't mean nothing. You come around and your energy just don't attract nobody.
But essentially he said that there are 2 different types of women. There's like the woman that's really beautiful and sexy, but other women aren't really drawn to her, and she's kind of like intimidating, but not in a good way, and doesn't have like that energy and that vibration that other people are drawn to. And then there's another woman who's also beautiful. She might not be as beautiful physically as the woman prior, but there's something about her that people just like. She has that je ne sais quoi, she has that aura, she has that energy, she has that vibe that people are just drawn to and attracted to. And I realized after he said that video, I'm like, that is literally what I've been told my whole life about myself. Not only from random people, but from friends, from family. And it's really something that I think will really get you far in life. It will get you to be connected to really great people. You're gonna have really healthy relationships because your vibe is immaculate. People are gonna love that. You're gonna draw in other immaculate vibed out people. And you're going to just have a lot of amazing opportunities presented to you with this type of vibe and energy. And who doesn't wanna have a sexy magnetic aura? Like, come on. So I'm going to talk about it today. I actually have things written down in my phone because honestly, guys, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I had to write them down because I genuinely thought it was just natural, it was who I was, and then when I really thought about it, kind of listed some things down, talked to friends and family. I now have a list of what you can do to get this if this isn't who you are right now, and it's totally okay. Like, I think it's always nice to self-improve, and I think that the more that we just tap into our higher selves and vibrate on a good level and have healthy, really great energy, chef's kiss, literally. Okay, so if you guys want to find out how to have a magnetic aura, then make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram. Instagram's been playing with me. I said it in the latest video. I'm saying it again. Y'all better follow me on IG. What are you doing? Okay, let's talk about how to move a room. How to make everybody stop and stare. Yeah, literally. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so before getting into how to do it, I really want to talk about the importance of having like this type of aura. Not only is it good for your romantic relationships, but it's also good for your friendships, for your family, for random people, for connections, things like that. People are going to just trust you more because your energy is pure. And I think that I've had a really great, I guess, like history in meeting people and networking because of this vibe. Now, I will also say it is a double-edged sword. When you have this type of aura, when you do have this type of confidence and just energy, a lot of negative people could come into your life wanting to steal it, wanting to take it, wanting to know why you're so this way. Like, to them, it's just so perplexing, and a lot of people become envious of those who they just don't understand. So I just wanted to at least mention that it's not gonna always bring in positivity, but because of your magnetic aura, I would assume that you are pretty discerning, so you'll be able to make the judgment calls as to who is authentic and who isn't in your life. So just wanted to put that out there. Okay. First thing that you have to do to have that magnetic aura is you have to be a humble queen. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how blessed you were since birth or unblessed. I don't care. You need to be humble. Humble people who have tons of humility are going to just be naturally more radiating. Somebody who is stunning, drop dead gorgeous, and she walks into the room and she's just loose, and not in a bad way, but just loose and has a vibe, but she's not thinking that she's better than the person next to her. She's just humble. She knows her worth, but she also doesn't compare. This is going to really just change the trajectory of your life, because when you walk around with a chip on your shoulder, you're gonna draw in not only haters, but people who are gonna look at you and be like, who the F does she think she is? You need to be humble. Like, and if you don't have that in you, which I believe that everybody has the ability to change like certain qualities about themselves, if you aren't humble currently, let's get with it, okay? And sometimes it takes certain situations for you to become humble. You sometimes have to go through something that literally humbles you. Let's just say you've been sexy your whole goddamn life and nobody's ever, you know, made you feel a type of way, and then you get involved with like a man who's a little bit beneath you and he dogs you out. That could be a humbling experience. I hope that it doesn't happen to anybody, but I'm just saying, just be a humble person. It's going to just radiate in a better way. Okay, the next thing is obviously to be beautiful, to be radiant, to have that romantic vibe to you. I think that, of course, I do believe in pretty privilege. I do believe in, you know, looking your best and feeling your best and things like that. And I think that when you take good care of yourself, when you do your hair, do your makeup, and your self-care routine and your skincare, and you dress nice, you're going to naturally draw in people. You look good. Why wouldn't people want you? Why wouldn't people want to talk to you? Because you look clean. Smelling good is important. Having clean teeth and a clean mouth. Having beautiful makeup that resembles, you know, a queen-like energy. Having romantic hair and things like that is going to obviously add to the appeal. And I do think it's important to just take care of yourself. I do notice that, you know, a lot of people do compliment those things about me. So I'm just, you know, passing it along to you guys, of course. Next thing is to be private but not secretive. I think for me, what has always gotten people to really vibe with me is knowing that I'm like just like everyone else, but I'm also kind of like an oversharer. But little do they know, yes, I'm oversharing, but for me, I'm actually a lot more private than they think. They think, oh my God, she's telling us so much, but in reality, the things I'm telling them are really nothing that I need to keep hidden anyways. So it's kind of like a healthy balance for me where I'm able to still share, because I think a lot of people who aren't magnetic and do not have a magnetic aura at all are walking around being like, oh, I don't want to answer that question. Oh, I don't do that. And they're just like very closed off and cold and weird, and you just can't connect with them. I never allow people to feel uncomfortable around me. I never want that. I always want everyone to feel included and for them to understand that I have different aspects to myself. I can be funny, I can be serious, I can be loving, I can be angry sometimes, I can be crazy and fun, but also quiet and a good listener. These are all qualities that I'm able to possess, and I think that because I'm so multifaceted and I have different dimensions and angles to myself, that it creates a healthy space for everyone to just feel comfortable around me. Okay, so the next thing is to be genuine and kind. I think that a lot of people mistake kindness for weakness. Never let that get it twisted, okay? Like, we don't want to think that because we're kind, we're weak. We're not. I think that being nice is a deaded situation. Never be too nice, but be kind. I mean, if somebody is is in your space, and it takes for you to be kind, to just be a generous, well-rounded human being, then that's what you should do. Being genuine is super important. I do know that being genuine sometimes isn't a quality that certain people possess. I'm just passing it along to you that is important in having a magnetic aura. You have to be a genuine person. When you speak with conviction. When you live your life for you, never live your life for others. There's so many different ways that being genuine is important. I think for me, I try to never do anything that doesn't feel like a Hailey thing to do. I never say anything that doesn't sound like something I would say, and I really try to be empathetic and compassionate to other people, and that is where my genuine side really does come in. So I think it's important that you do that. Be kind to everyone. You're not better than the person sitting next to you, and I'm telling you right now, I don't care how gorgeous you are. If you're mean, you're ugly to me. End of story. And honestly, like, people with magnetic auras are just girls. Like, that is it. That is all. If you're one of those girls that don't have girlfriends, you don't want girlfriends, you're nasty, you're conniving, you're vindictive, you're jealous, you talk about women all the time, you don't have a magnetic aura. I don't care what anyone says. I do believe that there are a group of girls in society who do like to become friends with other girls so that they can gossip and kiki. And yeah, like, that's a different type of vibe. But I don't believe that those are the girls that when they walk into a room that everybody's stunned and excited to be around. I think that if anything, those are the girls that people are like afraid of and too intimidated by in a negative way, and are never going to make genuine, real connections. Because the way I view it is, if you can talk bad about this person and that person, then you sure as hell can talk bad about me. I don't want to make a genuine connection with somebody who isn't a girl's girl and gossips and doesn't understand the importance of loyalty and respect. Okay, the next thing is to value yourself more than valuing the opinions of men. I do believe that a lot of people have it confused when it comes to having like a magnetic aura, that it's for the male gaze. It is not. Literally, Brent Faiyaz said it best. Not only does this woman walk in and every man wants to be with her, but every woman wants to be her or be her friend. It is so important that we understand that we are not doing things for male satisfaction. We are literally just living for ourselves. When you have this type of aura, this type of vibe, you literally just are comfortable in your skin. You know your worth, you have boundaries, you're a healthy person, you're happy about life, you're excited, you're optimistic, you're just very open, and you're open-minded to other things. And I think that people really respect and value people who really respect and value themselves. So this is important. Do I think that it's nice and an added bonus when men are drawn to this type of value and this type of vibe? Of course, but it's not what we do it for. We do it because we want to just be and exude that regardless of whether a man notices or not. And honestly, like, having a vibe that people are just drawn to, like, I don't know how else to really describe it. Like, just having like a je ne sais quoi, like, you have like a funny side. You're just somebody who enjoys having like little moments and sharing good laughs, and you have different just facets to yourself. And I think that it's just something that is difficult to explain. You guys know what the word vibe means, so kind of use your imagination as to who you would want to be friends with. I guess sit in your thought and go, okay, if a girl walked in a room right now and I was drawn to her, what would she look like? What would she sound like? What would she be? And that's how you should show up. You should always show up as that girl. And I think that, of course, somebody who has a vibe that people are drawn to, this person usually has an extreme amount of confidence and very much knows themselves. I always find it to be a red flag when somebody would say to me, like, I don't know myself and I don't know who I am. And it's not like a red flag where I'm like, oh, F you. It's not that kind of red flag. It's just a red flag in the sense of, hey, like, maybe it's time for you to start tapping into who you are and what you like and what you know, because when you don't know yourself, it's hard for other people to really know you and see your vibe and see your aura. This is the time for you guys to start tapping into whomever you think that would be. And I think the best way to tap into it isn't by studying other people's personalities, isn't by trying to be somebody that you're not. It's literally vibrating at the highest level for yourself and figuring out who you are and making her just like that much bigger and better. Like, take the small things that you know about yourself and just expand them and grow them and become that person. I guess an example that I can use is, like, for me, like, I love doing different things. I love painting, I love home decor, I love fashion, I love doing my makeup, I love hanging out with my friends and drinking, but also, you know, having like meditation. I love God and I love connecting spiritually with my higher power. There's a million different things that I am and that I love, and I just am that person in my fullest form. And because of that, it radiates in a different way. People see how content and beyond content you are with who you are when you tap into those things that you just know about yourself. It's just kind of knowing yourself and then kind of expanding off of it. Okay, another thing that is important about essentially having like a magnetic aura is being a good listener and also having like beautiful intellectual conversations. I think that I never want to leave a conversation with somebody where they're like, that girl like really doesn't know her shit, she's kind of dumb. Like, obviously I'm not, that's not really ever been a thought of mine. But sometimes, you know, in life, like when we're trying to be cool or cute or whatever, like we say like not very much things, we're kind of like quiet and whatever. I think it's important to not only talk, but to listen and, you know, make sure it's a healthy balance, and always share something with somebody that they could walk away feeling like, wow, like I really respect that perspective and I really walked away from this conversation feeling better and feeling good. I think that that's a compliment that I always got, is that whenever somebody would talk to me, they would say like, oh my God, Hailey, like I really feel like so much better about myself now that we had this conversation, or wow, Hailey, like I really appreciate your perspective on things. Like it's really like an intelligent perspective and I'm gonna definitely consider this and that. And it's really nice to hear those things, because I always want people to walk away feeling better about themselves or about just anything in a conversation with me. And it's not like I'm forcing it, it's just, it is what it is. Okay, so the next thing is to be someone out of this world, but still be relatable. I think that for me, like I don't connect well with women who I find to be extremely unrelatable. Like they don't wanna be like a normal person. They are too perfect, and it's not an envious thing. I'm not envious, I genuinely just can't connect. I have days where I wake up and I look a mess. I have days where I'm going through a tough time and I'm imperfect. I have days where, you know, I just like to take my dogs for a walk in comfy clothes. I'm not perfect, so I think that it's important to have a nice healthy balance of being like super sexy and gorgeous and incredible and awesome, but like also being relatable and normal. I think that that's kind of how my career even got into this place that it's in, is because I think a lot of people feel like, oh my God, I could see myself being your friend. I could see myself hanging out with you. You seem like a good time. And it's like, it's because I'm just being myself. I don't put on a face. I don't put on a front. I'm not trying to be too cool. I am who I am. Like not always am I going to be like super sexy and fun. Like I try to take really cute pictures and like look nice, but like when it comes to like videos of me and things like that, like my real personality is gonna always come out. I can't be like mysterious and cool and da-da-da like all the time. Like it's just not gonna happen. There's just so many different sides of myself and I embrace them. And I think that that is something that is really sexy and beautiful about a woman who's magnetic and has a good aura. And the last thing is to have confidence like no other. I actually have a video here on YouTube about how to kind of gain your confidence back if you've lost it. I can do a new updated version. It's really difficult to be a confident person in the society that we live in today. I'm not gonna hold you and say that that's not what's going on. Of course. I think that for me, what I always said was I was gonna sit down and say, okay, if I could be anything and everything I wanted and it would make me feel perfect, what would it be? And I would say like little things like, okay, I would like to lose some weight. I would like to love my hair. I would like to have a good makeup routine. I would love to just take better care of myself. I would like to do more affirmations. Like there's a million things that I wrote down and I just tapped more into those things. And I stopped, you know, ignoring the things that were making me feel insecure, and I encouraged myself to get exactly where I needed to be to feel that way. And if a lot of your issues with your confidence are internally, it's time to do the inner work. If it's externally, you already know what you gotta do. So it's just important that, you know, we become self-aware. Being self-aware is going to help you with your confidence. And you're gonna be able to become the version of yourself that you love, because you're gonna know exactly what you like. Like as recent of this year, I finally started wearing things like when I would go out to dinner and things like that, that I knew that I would like love and that would look good on me. And Aisha's been telling me this for years, like build a capsule wardrobe where you're able to have clothing that you can wear time and time again and you know looks good on you. And I'm telling you, it boosts your confidence that much when you know something looks good on you, when you know how it fits, you throw it on and you leave the house, rather than struggling with things that you've never worn before, not understanding what like flatters you and this and that. Get with it, get with the self-awareness, and you're going to feel that much more confidence feel that much more confident externally. And then when it comes to the internal confidence, it has to come from a place of where you start just tapping into the version of yourself that your inner child would love. And when you start doing that, you're gonna be able to get there no problem. Okay guys, I think that that's everything that I wanted to touch on in having a magnetic aura. I have to say that I really am flattered that you guys have said these things about me. It's a really sweet and extremely beautiful compliment. And I'm hoping that in this video, you guys can take away some tips and ideas as to how you can kind of curate that in your own life. Because I think that being like mean or weird or like just very standoffish and not a friendly person is not going to create and curate this type of person that you want to be. So to have a magnetic aura means to be someone that people enjoy being around and like to spend time with and like to date and like to be friends with and like to have as a kid and like to have as a business partner. And yes, it's going to be really nice for you moving forward. And if you feel like you got to do X, Y, and Z to be unrelatable and this and that, trust me, the world we live in today, I think, especially right now, things that are becoming more mainstream and more talked about is authenticity. And I know it shouldn't be like a mainstream subject to be authentic, but I do appreciate that we're moving in a direction of inspiring other people to be themselves, and that's what's gonna sell and that's what's going to be enjoyed and embraced. I think that's important because there was a time in pop culture years ago where authenticity was the furthest thing from being embraced. If anything, the more unreal you are, the more unfriendly you are, the better. And I don't like that at all. Okay guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. I can't wait to hear from you guys. You guys know I'm gonna answer your comments, of course. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.